But a lot of people got that notion that, you know, the that the games don't even exist on the cartridges, especially when you had like really big content creators, like Moist Critical, for example, was a really big one that just spread around the complete falsity that the games aren't even on the cartridges anymore. Where if anybody actually bothered to read the support page, they'd see that that's not the case. But that's the modern internet for you. So yeah, that's kind of how it goes there. So yeah, this fellow student of mine that was like really grossed out at the Switch 2 here after I asked why, it was just, you know, those kinds of misconceptions there. Because I was curious after I made like that whole video essay on like tackling misconceptions and prices and stuff like that. So I was kind of curious there. I was surprised that he didn't mention the prices, honestly. I was a little bit surprised. Is the sound effect not going to play? It lags sometimes. Guzma redeeming a nice shot that's going to play any moment now. Get pranked, get robbed. But yeah, question, what's the Go Gambling Redemption Reward? You can start, oh, there we go.
Nice shot.
How's it going there, Guzma? The Go Gambling Redemption Reward that I added lets you start a what is it called? It's not a poll. It's a prediction, that's what it is. So, there's predictions that you can start where people can, like, gamble points, and if you gamble on, like, the correct thing, then, like, I don't know how much it increases your points by. I think it's dependent on, like, how many points were given for each side. But the Go Gambling, I have it be that you can start, like, your own prediction as long as it's not something like, you know, the mass of a proton that's always going to be static. Like, something that has, like, a chance of being one way or another. And then, you know, it costs a lot to go gambling, but then maybe you bet a whole bunch of points, and then maybe you win back even more points than you spent, and then you get even more channel points out of the deal. So you, so you get a whole bunch of channel points. You go gambling, and other people get the chance to, like, gamble on it as well. That's what the Go Gambling Redemption is there. But yeah. They put Peakly Default on a key card? What the fuck? That's what I thought! That's what I'm most surprised about. Like, I'm sure Cyberpunk, they did it because, like, you know, the game was probably too big to put on, like... Did they do cartridges bigger than 64 gigabytes for the Switch 2? I know with the Switch, I'm pretty sure it went up to, like, 64 gigs at most, and Cyberpunk is, like, an 80 gigabyte game, so it's like, okay, well, maybe they did that because they had to. And even if they didn't have to, like, maybe it wouldn't be that cost-effective making, like, the super chunky cartridges. I don't know what's going on with, like, the one Street Fighter game, or whatever the heck there. Bad to the bone, hell yeah. But with Bravely Default, it was a 3DS game that existed on the cartridge 2 consoles on like 15 years ago, and now you're telling me like 15-ish years, I don't remember when it came out, and 2 consoles later, it can't even be on the cartridge anymore? When it just looks like a scaled up kind of remaster. It doesn't look like a full-on remake or anything like that. So like, what? Yeah, that's my thoughts, is how about no? So I like Bravely Default. It's a game that I very much enjoy. But when the game itself just looks like the 3DS version scaled up by like an emulator, which I can already do on like Citra just fine. Now the stuff that was on the bottom screen is put on the top screen, which I like having the 2 screens where it's like you have the battle in the front, you have like all the stats and everything on the bottom screen, but now with the Switch version they had to move it up to like the only screen that there is, have it at the bottom, and seemingly have like more limited data, that it's like showing you more limited information compared to the 3DS version. That just feels like a downgrade. I'd rather play the 3DS version, honestly. I don't like the look of the Bravely Default stuff on the Switch. Like, I think that chibi art style works well enough on the 3DS, but Bravely Default 2 I thought was, like, super ugly. Like, why'd they keep up this art style? Or, like, Persona 5 Tactica, for example, where it's like, hey, that works for, like, the 3DS games with a Persona Q and Q2, but with Persona 5 Tactica on modern consoles, where you're playing, like, this home console game on a big screen, and they're, like, these super chibi guys. I'm not a fan of it, so I didn't really like that with Bravely Default 2. And since, you know, Bravely Default on the Switch just looks like that again, it's like, okay, I think I'd rather play the 3DS version where it feels more called for, having the little chibi guys. The only real extra selling point is that there's apparently mouse control mini-games in the Bravely Default Switch version, which is like, yes, when I think of Bravely Default, I think if only I had mouse control mini-games that I could play. Like, I'm willing to look it up and see what they're like, but I don't really see myself going out and buying a whole nother game for that reason. Plus, you add on top of all that it's a game key card, and I don't really want to be supporting that. I want to have, like, my physical media. If you can't even be bothered to put it on the cartridge, then I don't want to support that. Especially when it's like, what the hell? That's what Bravely Default released 2012. My god. Okay, so 13 years ago. So when you could put it on the cartridge 13 years ago and you can't be bothered to put it on now, 2 consoles and 13 years later, that is just not a business practice that I want to support. If I went out and bought that game, I would feel shitty for like spending money on that and saying as a consumer that this is what I want. Like, that is just, no. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that, like, you know, consumers like us don't know about, like, what cartridge sizes does Nintendo provide to third parties, for example? Like, is it only within, like, so many cartridge sizes? I heard someone say at one point that maybe they only allow third parties to get, like, 32GB cartridges or something like that, which can be a bit more expensive to produce. Hey, look, a P-Switch. That can be a bit more expensive to produce, and Bravely Default is probably going to be like a pretty small game considering it was on the 3DS. It's probably not going to be taking up that much of the cartridge there. So maybe if they are limited to 32 otherwise, they were like, oh, let's go down the game key card route because it's not cost effective to be getting like a chonking cartridge and only using up like a tiny bit of the data anyway. I don't know. Like, what cards does Nintendo provide for third party? This isn't really public information, so I can't really know. Like, how much is Square Enix to blame in this? But still, it's not something that I want to support, so I have no intention of buying that. Despite being a big Bravely Default and Bravely Second fan, not a Bravely Default 2 fan, but very much a Bravely Default and Bravely Second fan, I have no intention of buying that because I really do not want to support it. I just have no interest in that. Oh, so should I jump on the thingamabob here? But yeah, I've been lurking here for the whole hour, don't mind me. No worries there, ah! Well, I can retry right in there, that's nice. But yeah. Oh, Guzma redeemed Go Gambling, saying how about no. I didn't even realize the redemption there. Are you saying no to gambling despite redeeming 10,000 points for it? Well, time to start a prediction. Let's start a prediction then. Yes. No are the two options. And the name of this prediction is, how about no? You redeemed it. So for the next 30 seconds, you can decide. Yeah, confirm the prediction there. Don't show this message again. For the next 30 seconds, you can redeem channel points for either yes camp or no camp. With the category here being how about no. I don't know how I'm gonna decide who wins. But you can feel free to put some points. No one's putting points down. Which, fair enough, when you don't even know, like, how winner's gonna be decided. Oh my god! Yes! Oh, and then you go off here. I see. Oh, so I guess this is introducing more stuff to you. I do like how these kind of tutorialize the game. So I assume you could go up there if you had, like, a feather or something like that, maybe? But yeah, I think it just being download codes isn't as bad because the Switch 2 has real storage, but still sucks. Yeah, at least the storage situation is a whole lot better. But I'm someone that very much likes physical media. Like, whoa. Like, I could have gotten the Mario Kart World bundle, and I would have saved a decent chunk of money. But I wanted the... No! I wanted the physical thingamabob. I like having the actual cartridge that has, like, sale value. I can physically share it with other people. I know that this isn't ever going to be compromised by anything, as long as I take good care of my cartridges, which I do. They always ask me at GameStop, like, would you like the protection on that cartridge? No, I've never had a cartridge fail on me. Don't intend on that starting now. Okay. Please. Yes. So then off this way. Yes, like that. It did the poll prediction because you redeemed it. Wait, what are the results? Choose prediction outcome. Well, nobody voted. Choose the outcome. The outcome is no because it was, how about no? Yep, complete prediction. Well, nobody gets any points because nobody gambled on how about no. Well, time is it? 1:26 here. I don't know. Where's the, like, question mark stuff here? Nobody went gambling after all here. Okay, so I went to the store. The bundle was the only one they had in stock. Also, the very last one in stock, so decided to snag that. Yeah, when I got to GameStop really early, they just asked me, like, hey, what would you like, a regular console or a bundle? And I just said, regular console. So I got this with my physical Mario Kart World, and, despite it being, you know, quite a decent bite more expensive, but now I have it on my, rack of Switch games over there. Blah. If I, is the camera thing? Yeah, here it is. I can keep on adding to my rack. You can see Mario Kart World at the top. You can tell it's Mario Kart World because, like, the game case, like, side is so different. The spine, like, it's just a solid color on the Switch 1 ones. But on the Switch 2 ones, I like how the spine actually has a design. So you can see, like, the spine color up there. Well, my camera's fighting me now. because it wants to track and I keep on pulling it aside. Yeah, so there's Mario Kart World. And my 3D printer isn't on right now because it was broken. And my cousin, I brought it over to him and he resoldered it earlier today. And I need to plug it in and make sure that's working because I gotta, like, 3D print trophies for GameCon. Is what I gotta do here. Two workers told me that they were out of stock, and then 6'5" Chad comes out of the way overhearing us, says there's exactly one console left. Best night ever. Wow. Meanwhile, here where I live, it's just like, they had so much stock that for like a couple days after the fact, people were wandering in and just buying them. Not even being like the release day anymore or anything like that. Which is what led to, like, you know, my Taekwondo head instructors finding that they had one, snagging one, and deciding that he was gonna, you know, do a bit of a giveaway at the dojang there for it. Which is kind of cool. So, because the console he bought was just, you know, for that giveaway thing or Bob there, he said that, you know, he doesn't have a Switch 2, hasn't been playing it. We were chatting a bit about the Switch 2 after class today, and he was saying that he's been watching a bunch of gameplay of this game and that it looks so cool. So we were chatting about Mario Kart World a little bit after the class there. I was about to say, if you could, like, redeploy Glider that way, how cool would that be? Live in the middle of nowhere, so stock is more limited where I am. They don't ship as many out here, fair enough there. Well, congrats on managing to snag the one there. But there's a lot of people who want one. Yeah, I would imagine so. I mean, the line for this, like, it was pretty decently long. I'm surprised they didn't get sold out.
Nice shot.
Nice shot indeed. Like, I think I showed this during the first stream of Mario Kart World. Did I just have it in this channel here? Yeah, I did. So, here was the line. So, like, maybe if I start from this side and go left. So we have the GameStop right here, and then it zigzags all this way down here. So here's another angle. So, you know, zigzagging all the way down here. And then it went around the corner here. So yeah, there's more of the zigzag. It went around the corner. People are bringing chairs despite, like, arriving so late. I guess still expecting to get in there. And then it went down the hall over here a decent ways. You know, I was the third, technically second in line when you count that the people in front of me were a pair. They were just getting one unit. Like, I was up to the cash register immediately when it opened up. So I just got my console and I got out of there. I don't know how many more people rolled in. My cousin secured a pre-order. So he was, like, somewhere over here-ish. He was somewhere over here-ish. I don't know where the heck. He figured he got a pre-order, but he'd like to play it tonight. So, like, he'll come in and pick it up. So he got here, like, somewhere a couple hours before the actual launch. And he waited there for about an hour, got, like, halfway, estimated that there would be another hour, and he was like, you know what, never mind, I gotta sleep, this isn't worth it, I'm going home. So he just went home, instead was the case, and picked it up later here. But the line was pretty slowly moving there, I guess. And I mean, they took close to 10 minutes for me, for whatever reason. So, you know, things weren't exactly going very fast in there. And, so I guess things were kind of slow. And I think that they were only going until, like, 2 a.m., so, like, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., so I don't think there was any chance that the people that were set up here were actually, you know, getting a unit then and there that day. So, you know, I presume that it wasn't everybody here got a unit and then they still had some to spare. And I find this stock situation really intriguing considering I literally asked the manager while I was being checked out of curiosity, how many non-pre-order units did you get in? Because with the Switch 1 launch, I distinctly remember it was 42. Like, I distinctly remember there being day one for the Switch 1. They had 42 non-pre-order units, and I managed to snag one. And the manager was like, not that many. And I said, well, like, because I know that it was 42 with Switch 1. And she was like, oh, it definitely wasn't that many this time. She didn't say the number, but she just implied that it was less than 42. But then when there's people, like, when they had enough for everybody that was in line until they closed at least. And then for people, like, still days afterwards before they got sold out, like my cousin's friend going and picking one up, or my Taekwondo instructor wandering in a couple days ago, seeing they had some in stock and deciding to pick one up to give away. Like, was that the truth when she said less than 42? I'm inclined to believe that might not have been the case. Maybe just thinking that I was asking, because I was gonna I did not say to stunt there. Is it because I shook the controller or something? Is it because she thought that I was going to try to, like, snipe buying more and she wanted to give me the impression that there wasn't that many in there? But turns out it was a lie? Or something? Like, what's going on there? Ugh, I wanted to go up there or something. So, I don't know. But it seems like they had a decent bit of stock. Like, more inventory than Switch 1. The line there also definitely wasn't as long as the Switch 1. Like, the line was definitely longer than with Switch 1 when I was there for that. But, you know, still a pretty decently long line. So if you do like that, oh man. But yeah, let's see here. We're gonna target at like 9:30 p.m. Was it gonna be a midnight launch there? It was 10 p.m. launch here, but I guess that's just because that would be midnight in whatever the important time zone is. But yeah, still a lot of people who want one. Yeah, I'd imagine so here. Still gonna hold on to my OG Switch for now, though, since it's hackable. Fair enough. Hope my Switch 2 becomes hackable in a couple of years. Sounds like some people are already figuring out how to crack some stuff with Switch 2, interestingly enough. I'm gonna have to hold on to my Switch 1 so I get like more units that I can use for stations at Fragapalooza tournaments. is what I'm gonna want to do here. I would just use my feather, but I want to see how I do this normally. Also, can you do it from like a regular drift kind of jump thing? Go onto walls? No. Okay, so it has to be like the actual jumpy kind of thing. Good to know. I want to learn this here video game. So yeah, I like having extra units for Fragapalooza tournaments. I can set up another station and then have more people playing in the tournament at once, and then like the bracket goes on smoother and faster and stuff like that. But yeah, I think they get restocked like every day right now because it just came out. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it really was low early on, like I was told there. Oh, and then there's a little bit of rail that you could go on there. Interesting. So maybe it was low on day one, but they just like continued to get new stock in. That's maybe what it was. It's kind of cool with a free roam how you can kind of go around and practice the courses and stuff like that and different ways to exit. How would I get up on that there? Nice shot. Yeah, I think for sure as well that the Switch 2 won't sell as much as the Switch 1. In my video essay that I put out a few days ago on the Switch 2, that was one of the things I mentioned about it, is I thought, like, no way. Like, there's just not as much reason to own a Switch 2 as there did to, like, go and purchase a Switch 1. So, like, would you have to go across there or something like that? Combine on the 7th, a couple days after release. Wasn't planning on it, but I couldn't stop myself. Fair enough there. So I guess if you went up like that one there somehow? Interesting. Wait, is there what's the oh no sound effect from RCT3 there? The current one that's in there is the Michael Rosen one. Is that like... I might have an idea of what it sounds like, but it's been a hot second here. Just like the part guest screaming out the oh no. I can definitely do it with like a feather or something here. And then, oh, I missed the thing anyway, whatever. Also, new console I paid for all by myself. Well, nice. Wait, that's a medallion there. Wait, are those Peach medallions I've heard about? Wait, apparently I need like 10 of those to unlock the mirror mode. Rewind? Oh yeah. I had to Google how I rewind. Apparently it's the D-pad here. I've never done this in races yet. Oh, I get my item back. What? What? No. No. What have I done? Oh, there we go. That got me a bit unstuck. Yeah, these remixes are pretty cool. Huh. Slow and steady. That is not slow and steady, dang it. Wait, rewind. Not slow. Whee. Okay, no! Whoa, I hit the wrong button. I just got so used to hitting rewind that I just kind of did it there. No! Oh, wait. Oh. No! Send a favor watching chicken after the stream of the RCT3, oh no. I've been debating about adding, like, more sound effects. It's been at just these 10 for a while. And even as is with these 10, it lags, and I'm having issues with, like, my Stream Deck. Gosh dang it. I keep on getting the two names mixed up in my head there. There's a Peach medallion. I programmed a button to, like, enable and disable them, and that button isn't working right now. So I want to, like, troubleshoot that and get it working again before I add, like, more stuff. My Switch 2 is probably going to be collecting dust in a couple months, though, until Sonic Crossworld's a new Smash. Fair enough there. How long ago for, like, setting up these sound effects? I set them up as of... gone for 3 months here. It was a couple months ago that I set it up. Don't remember when exactly, but they've been around here for a little while now. Take a tour of Toad's factory. Sure. It's 1:30 in the morning. I should probably get some, probably wrap things up here relatively soonish, so I can, get up at a decent hour to go puppy sit the foster pup tomorrow and all that. Stop by the neighbor's place at a couple points to, spend Spend time with the 8-week-old foster pup. You cleared a mission. Cool. Yeah, very much digging the tunes here. What happened if I went, like, this way or something? So could I, like... Nope, not gonna jump up there. I did an actual drift. Hey, look, another P-switch. I see these stars falling from time to time. Are they just, like, regular stars, I wonder? Prove yourself in a special test of skill 2. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, my God. But, yeah. And there's no worries there. Whatever you are comfortable with. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, the stuff you can do in this game is insane. Show manufacturing. But, yeah. No, you don't have to worry about anything like that. I would say don't worry about that. Don't... Yeah, I don't know how else to phrase things here. Oh, that's what happens if I hit item without having an item there. There's no such thing as saying the wrong thing, apart from Sly 4 is the best game ever made. I guess. That's a wrong thing. Whee! That's so cool. Can I barrel through the things? I sure can. But yeah. But, yeah, I'm being the one that's saying don't worry about it. Turnips? Oh, they drop some mushrooms and stuff. So if I pick up one of these, is it just like a regular star? Yeah, you can find it on the field. Interesting. Cruise routine, time yourself up for 10 minutes. Well, enjoy the 10-minute time out there. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming here. But yeah. What, do you do an online match on stream? I don't know. I don't have a schedule. I just stream, like, when I can. And I figured I didn't really have any specific plans for, like, doing online matches. Because, like, I didn't really have anyone that I even knew that had this game, really. But, I mean, if you want to hop into some games, just, like, shoot me a Discord message or something like that. I'm sure we could figure something out at some point. There's you that I could play this game with, and the guy that was the 4th person in line. The person that was right behind me. We were playing a little bit of Mario Kart 8 together while we were waiting in line. And chatting about that. He was really looking forward to the new Mario Kart. We exchanged Discord information, and I should reach out to him at some point. Now that I've done all the cups and stuff here, reach out and be like, hey, you want to play that Mario Kart world that we talked about there? Since we talked about playing this together. And all that stuff. Wow. I've been super sniffly for so much of today. I don't know why. I just have been. Whee! Yeah, the game's pretty cool. I still haven't seen any of those trucks that, like, you enter and then zoom, zoom. Still haven't seen that. Wait, what was that up there? Is that a medallion? Wait. Wait a second. There's a P-switch there. Because apparently I need a whole bunch of those to get the friggin' mirror mode. Okay, so, like... No! Okay, well... Wait, I can just do the rewind to redo it. Whee! So if I can just do like a regular, whoops, jump thing. After charging this up here. Yeah, like that. You got a Peach Medallion. Okay. Is this Coconut Mall? Nom nom nom. Look how cute the little Koopa is. Food items do look pretty cool, I will say. What is this? Evade the spike's attacks and reach the goal. Oh, bunch of spikes there. The cops are after him. He's wanted. Alright, well, I'm already ahead of... Oh, well, there's more. Okay, that makes more sense. There's a lot of toads here. I'm just gonna cut this way. Look, I'm this guy now. I look like Russell out here to collect the helping the elderly badge. What it looks like. No, I messed it up. It's fine. But yeah, try and not forget to hit you up. Fuzzy batteries. Alright. Get everyone I know for some online matches. Oh, that'd be cool. I'd be down to do some stuff in like a big lobby here. I don't do the bounce anymore. Oh, there's the bounce. If I do like a bit more of a turn. That's fun. That's fun. Well. Oh, if I click that. Alright, I'm at my 10 P-switches. I still haven't seen any one of these question marks. So it looks like I have all the Bowser Jr. costumes now. But yeah, I still haven't seen a single one of these question mark things. I'm gonna have to Google like what exactly they are, where I find them, how that works. That's what I'm gonna have to do here. I have no idea. Where the heck are you going, you maniac? Wow. I don't see any question mark looking things on the mini-map there. That looks like a medallion on the mini-map. So, like, ride that pole there, I guess, all the way down. Whoa. Yeah, so hop on here. Man, stars are just falling out of the sky like crazy. Come on, do the quick turn thing. Oh my god. So just ride the poles here. Like this. There's a P switch there, too. I can go pee. I charge up a jump. Is it even needed to charge up a jump? Oh my god, what is wrong with me? And then I step forward like that. You got a peach medallion. Imagine it, like, takes away my peach medallion by doing that. Whee! Yeah, so I have a few of those. But yeah, I'm gonna have to Google before next time where the heck these, question mark thingamabobs are. Ah! And then I can unlock mirror mode, and then I'll showcase mirror mode and stuff. And it'll be great. Chase the train and follow the tracks. Well, that's kind of cool. Okay, so lots of time on this one here. Multiple stunts. Apparently if you stunt multiple times, it doesn't make any difference. Okay. Oh. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Whatever. Oh, this game is so cool. Could I, like... Oh, I can do something like that. Ugh. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I would need to do the jump off the train there. I gotcha. I'm picking up what you're putting down here. Yeah, chase the chain, follow the tracks. Let's see here. Okay. Even just the kind of standard Mario remixes here. Okay. And then, like, just up here, and then say... Oh, I was gonna bounce off the wall there. Yeah, that's cool. Wah. Come on. Ah! Ah! Okay. Clear the mission. Hey, look, a thing. Ugh. Ugh. Grab that medallion while I'm here, I guess. Let me just, like, squeezy. Oh, there's one there, too. Okay. Ugh, what the heck? What the heck? And then, I like all the different music that plays here. Like, it's not just an area theme. Ugh. Man. As in, like, it's not just, like, you go to this area, this theme always plays. Like, it cycles across different Mario Kart themes that have been remixed and stuff like that. That is pretty cool. Can I, like... Oh, maybe that's what I'm intended to do. I gotcha. Huh. Interesting. I'll grab this one while I'm here, too. Get closer to that mirror mode and all that. There we go. Sweet. Whee! Whoa. I saw a post by someone saying that apparently the direction these boost pads go is dependent on, like, the way your camera is facing. Oh, that's not slowing down. So, like... There's those trucks there. Yeah. The way your camera's facing, it looks like. I just want to try one of these out really quickly, and then I'm probably done. Hey, look, another peach medallion, but whatever. So some of them are open, some of them aren't. Okay. No, you ran over my shrooms. How am I gonna get high now? Oh. Okay. Kaboom. These roads are so dangerous in the Mario Kart world, huh? Imagine you're some Goomba on your 9 to 5 driving to work. Can you go off-road with this thing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! Well, interesting. Well, yeah. This is a fun game. and all that. 1:47 in the morning. P-switch right here. This is my last one that I'm calling it. Getting some sleep. Pupper sitting tomorrow. Go on a wilderness adventure and reach the goal. Look at all these toads. A wilderness adventure? Hell yeah, mind if I join you guys? Mind if I just exploit you? Oh. Never mind. I'm bad at video games. Oh crap. Life sucks. My wilderness adventure has gone terribly wrong here. Wow, I'm sucking. I should have saved that here. Well, I should have done. Oh crap. Okay, I didn't stunt there because I'm bad at video games. Uh-oh. Dang. Okay. Here, I'm gonna get the thing. So what is, if you already have like the 10 P-switches needed for mirror mode, what does doing more do? I should probably look that up. Like, what kind of bonuses are there for, dang it, man. What kind of bonuses are there for doing these things? Whoa, I'm not getting the initial jump ones. What is wrong with me? Okay, yeah, even just the typical Mario remixes here. Like, that clearly looks like something that I'd be able to trick off of initially. But I'm just very much not. Oh, well. Is the timing not what I think it is? Maybe that's what's going on here or something? Well, I've showcased all the cups now. Only real mode that I haven't showcased is like mirror mode and the coin runners, I guess. We're just gonna spam this and see if there's a... Oh my god! That's... What the heck? I got them both, but like, didn't matter anyway. There, that's how I tricked off of that. I didn't trick off of that. It's telling me to go to sleep, because like, I can't trick anymore. Oh my god, that's slowing me down so much. But yeah, just curious, are you able to see the names of anyone who's watching the stream, like any lurkers? I'm pretty sure there is like a way to do it. I don't know what they are. I'm not entirely certain. You can feel free to lurk without being called out. Dang it, I can't stunt on the thing. Okay. Do that. I'm not even going for those boats anymore. No, thank you. I will not be tempted here. Okay. And then I just go this way instead. Okay, oh my. That's a lot of bombs. I use a second mushroom this way. Ugh. And then, okay, like that. Cleared a mission. Now I die. Oh, that's not the abyss. This is a water area down here. But yeah. Nope, I did not. There's another P-switch, but I said that last one was my last one, and I'm gonna be true to my word here. Alright, well. That was some more Mario Kart. I almost said Mario Kart 8 shenanigans. Die. Look at the little restaurant set up there. Alright, well, next time I stream this game, I don't know, maybe it'll be some multiplayer stuff. Maybe I'll do coin runners just to get that showcased. I'll do some more free roam and, you know, get the thingamabobs, figure out what's going on with those question marks, and see about unlocking mirror mode and all that. So, greatly appreciate everybody that tuned into another stream here. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention a brief thing with the 3D printer there. In case anyone's curious. I was mentioning about how it was broken and the motor wire connector kind of had to be resoldered onto a board there. Because I'm 3D printing Smash Bros. Trophies. Lazy Zach, if you're still tuned in, I'm sure you'd appreciate the cool looking Smash Bros. Trophy and stuff. So, I'm honestly not the biggest fan of GameCon. I don't think that they're like super professional in several ways. But apparently their main Smash event got cancelled, and so ODG wants to put together a small Smash Bros. Thingamabob, kind of like he did in his own area at Fragapalooza last year, where I met him for the first time. So, might not be the biggest fan of GameCon, but I like him. So, he asked if I could 3D print some Smash trophies. So here I am, printing some Smash trophies. So I printed one for like the Saturday, and then for like the Sunday day. I printed like part of one, and then my printer died partway through, and then it all went downhill, and then it's been broken, and it just got repaired earlier today by like soldering and stuff. So I have this like partial Smash weird trophy thing just sitting on my desk that I'll probably give him as well and be like, do whatever you want with it, I guess. It's just recycle otherwise. Yeah, I'm gonna print another one of these. Maybe I'll do that during the stream tomorrow. We'll see. We shall see. Alright. Just remembering that I didn't finish off that plot thread after I mentioned it earlier in the stream. See the reminder there, so I may as well mention it. I'll leave that thread not unfinished in my storytelling of all the weird stuff around here. Alright, I'm heading out of here. Appreciate everybody that tuned into another stream of Mario Kart World. Yeah, maybe next time we'll do a thingamabob and get mirror mode or something like that. We'll see here.